Good evening. Thanks for staying up late with us tonight on KREM 2. I'm Cody Proctor. Well, new tonight, the ATF agent who was shot at a West Spokane motel has been released from the hospital. That's according to an ATF spokesperson. In the meantime, law enforcement still looking for two suspects they consider to be armed and dangerous. To give you a recap, that shooting happened last night around 5 p.m. at the Motel 6 in the Sunset Hill neighborhood. The condition of the suspect who was shot has not been released at this time. The Spokane Police Department says the FBI has now taken the lead on this investigation. They're working with SPD to find the two remaining suspects. Here's what the Spokane Police Chief had to say last night.
We do believe we have two suspects that are outstanding. We do believe them to be armed as well. We are currently actively looking for those suspects as well.
Following last night's shooting, SPD SWAT searched the area with K-9 units but did not find the other two suspects. Authorities have not released a description of the two they're searching for. Two Oregon women who went missing on a road trip to Utah were finally found in Idaho's Panhandle National Forest. According to the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office, a hunter discovered the body of a woman near Solitaire Saddle yesterday morning. When deputies and Forest Service law enforcement searched the remote area, they found a car with a second woman still alive inside. Officers believe the women got lost in the forest sometime during the past week and their car broke down. That's when the elderly mother decided to walk to get help while the daughter stayed with the car and survived the elements. The sheriff's office is investigating but says it doesn't appear to be suspicious. Turning now over to Texas. Tonight, police in Houston investigating a deadly skirmish at a music festival. At least 50,000 fans were there to hear rapper Travis Scott when chaos in the crowd turned to panic. At least 8 people were killed and hundreds injured. CBS's Lilia Luciano is in Houston tonight with details.
Death and disaster in Houston last night at Travis Scott's sold-out music festival. 50,000 fans were in attendance.
We had to walk over people's bodies.
Panic rippled through the crowd, causing many to surge toward the stage. Emergency crews struggled to deliver help. The hip-hop star stopped performing several times during the show, seeing the situation was increasingly dangerous.
We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here.
Witnesses say what happened next was horrifying. People were so packed they passed out. Some suffered cardiac arrest.
Everyone was just going down, people were getting trampled.
The chaos unfolded after 9 p.m., but there were early signs of trouble as amped-up fans rushed past ticket checkpoints. Tonight, police say they have not determined what caused the deadly chaos, but investigators are aware of rumors that people were injecting some of the crowd with drugs.
We do have a report of a security officer. He was reaching over to restrain or grab a citizen, and he felt a prick in his neck. When he was examined, he went unconscious. They administered Narcan.
Officials say several people were treated with Narcan, which is a spray that's used to treat overdoses. Right now, autopsies are being conducted on the 8 victims, the youngest of which was 14 years old. Lilia Luciano, CBS News, Houston.
The U.S. House of Representatives passed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, which represents a key piece of President Joe Biden's domestic agenda. This comes after months of stalls for the legislation. The president called the passage of the infrastructure bill a monumental step forward that will create millions of jobs and make the American economy more competitive.
A once-in-a-generation investment that's going to create millions of jobs, modernize our infrastructure, our roads, our bridges, our broadband, a whole range of things, to turn the climate crisis into an opportunity. And it puts us on a path.
According to Senator Maria Cantwell, here's a quick rundown how the bill will benefit Washington State. About $384.7 million will go towards airport infrastructure grants, with $32 million going to the Spokane International Airport and $16.7 million to the Tri-Cities. $1.79 billion will be used for new funding for public transit for Washington, while an estimated $4.7 billion will go towards formula highway funding and $605 million for bridge replacement and repairs. An estimated $71 million will also be used to expand the electric vehicle charging network. Well, today there was a little rain and some sunshine to round out our Saturday. We're joined now by meteorologist Michelle Boss. And Michelle, Any chance for more of that sunshine?
Yeah, we'll definitely see a lot more sunshine tomorrow. It's not going to be really that much warmer, but the sun will be nice. In fact, things are pretty quiet right now with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies across the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area at the 11 o'clock hour. Still seeing quite a bit of wet weather, though, on the west side and expecting snow to continue across the Cascades. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler tomorrow morning than what we saw this morning. In fact, I think we're going to be down around freezing. Currently, it's already down to 36 degrees in Spokane, 35 in Deer Park, in the mid-30s down across the Palouse, and just hanging on to some 40s out in Moses Lake and Othello. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. No rain or snow expected here locally. Again, temperatures heading down to the lower 30s, but sunshine for tomorrow. Still on the breezy side. Highs only in the mid-40s. Next chance of some rain is going to be coming on Tuesday.
Thanks, Michelle. And still ahead on KREM 2 News, a reminder, those clocks turn back tomorrow. And our verified team looks into the claim that it can help save on electricity. And also next week in our Boomtown coverage, we're covering the rapid growth in the inland Northwest. Every day next week, we're bringing you a story exploring the impact and possible solutions. Monday night at 6, we go to Coeur d'Alene, where one woman and her partner wanted to buy a house in her hometown. Jamie Main was born and raised in Coeur d'Alene. Her and her boyfriend Aaron were going through the steps of buying a home when the pandemic started in 2020. With the job market tanking and the housing market taking off at a meteoric rise, the couple faced a tough decision: wait and hope the housing market cools off, or find a new city to live in.
I would have to say that if this move didn't happen, if I could afford to stay, I probably wouldn't have moved very far. Coeur d'Alene is by far my favorite city. I never have a bad thing to say about it because it feels like home.
The couple made the tough choice of finding a new place to call home. We followed their journey as they packed up their lives and traveled across the country to find that new home. They also spoke with us again in their new city to reflect on if they think the tough decision was the right one. You can see that full story on Monday night at 6 as part of KREM 2's Boomtown Week.